Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Starco here, guys. Today we're going to go with a full review of uh, Ragnarok Loki uniform. We have Loki to tier 2. We have him built kind of good. You can see his rank is 625, which is not bad. Guys, we're going to go through everything, the changes, our feedback, what we think about him. We're also going to go through some gameplay. I have 3 gameplay part planned. We're going to go with cinematic battle with Loki, Wolbus Ultimate against Supergiant, and we're going to run mission story 12-1 on autoplay and see how it does in there. But before we go through all that, guys, let's just take a quick look at his skill change from his uniform. Well, all the changes from his uniform. First of all, uniform is on, when it's on sale, it's 1050 crystal. It's 300 crystal more than the regular uniform, and to make up for that, Netmarble actually gives you 5% more all attack and all defense as the base as uniform. So basically, instead of starting with 10% all attack, 10% all defense, you start with 15 and 15. So that's the start of the uniform changes for the price difference. Now, if we look at the uniform bonus, uniform bonus adds freeze effect to skill Scepter Bolt, but don't look for the skill Scepter Bolt because it's replaced by another skill called Opening Trick. Opening Trick is going to be a melee attack. You can see it here. The skill effect is going to be a melee attack and will freeze the target for 2 seconds and will add the chill damage dot for 5 seconds. It's going to be a melee attack. I believe so. It's going to be a little bit AoE too, if I'm not mistaken. Also, another skill that gets enhanced here, enhance effect, a skill, a Trickster. Trickster, without the uniform, gives you 5% energy attack. With the uniform, will give you 15% energy attack. So, basically, just by getting the uniform, you get 15% attack from the uniform, plus an extra 10% energy attack from the Trickster skill, which make you basically you get 25% energy attack at base uniform, which is a huge upgrade, and it's going to make a huge difference in a lot of gameplay. One of the main difference will be in 2 gameplay is Wolbus Ultimate and Alliance Battle Universal Villain for people who do not use Thanos and still use Dormammu. Well, the Loki is actually going to be able to perform as good as Dormammu with a perfect build. So if we take a quick look at the skill change, like I said, Scepter Bolt become Opening Trick, which is, you see it here. We already explained it. Let's move to the next one. Next one is the shield. Well, the guards against it, you still get 8 hits that's guarded for 8 seconds. In addition, you also do damage. Basically, you're going to throw a bolt that will do some damage. Not that much damage, but still some extra damage. Then you have the 4th skill that instead of being 1 big circle on the ground for the AoE, you're going to have 3 big circles, which is going to do a lot of AoE damage and stuff. And when you play in competitive mode like Alliance Battle Extreme or Wolbus Ultimate, that's where you actually want to put your damage brush. Then you have the 5th skill that is still summons illusion, but now the illusion, instead of standing in place and just shooting bolts, and if you drag the enemies too far from them, well, they don't shoot anything. Well, now the summons actually follow you. They look like you with daggers, they follow you, and they do a lot of damage too. So, well, 95% of summoner stats, and you get 25% at base more stats, so they get more stats too, and they do more damage too, basically. So that is the changes with the uniform. If you actually building Loki for a PvE competitive, like I said, Alliance Battle Extreme and Wolbus Ultimate, the obelisk you want to go is Immune Guard Break with increased damage plus. This one is kind of decent, but the increased damage plus is really low. Well, I'm talking about the old mode obelisk. We're not talking about the new basically paywall obelisk that, yeah, we're not talking about that, guys, because those obelisks are nuts, but they are really hard to get. ISO set, you want to go with one of the three offensive ISO sets, which are Power Drain Ryuk, Overdrive, or Kai's. Overdrive is actually the best ISO set for him, but the two other ISO sets are pretty close in performances. So now, guys, just before we head out for, we're going to start with the cinematic battle. I just want to say, Loki with this uniform could be considered a new meta. Like I said, he will do as good as Dormammu in Alliance Battle Extreme once people gear him up. Max's uniform is going to be really awesome. Yesterday in my live stream, when the update went live, I ran Alliance Battle Extreme with a much poorer build than I have right now with uniform at normal, and I ran 228k. With the max uniform and fully awakened ISO and a really optimal obelisk, I could score over 350k. Pretty standard with my card. So really strong changes. In my opinion, one of the strongest uniform we ever got in Marvel Future Fight. I will put him behind, well, you know, first you have Thanos and Wolverine that are meta uniform. Then you got Doctor Strange and Sharon Rogers that are really strong uniform. Then you got Loki. I don't see any other uniform that could beat those 5 uniform. And Loki could actually be considered ahead of Sharon and Doctor Strange now because Sharon Rogers and Doctor Strange being replaced, while in Universal Villain, well, if you are highly focused on energy attack and not on physical attack, well, Loki will be able to perform better than Thanos. Okay, so next, guys, we're gonna move to some gameplay. So let's start with the cinematic battle. I actually tried to record the video earlier, and I ran the cinematic battle, and well, my recorder crashed on me and fucked up my old video, so I'm stuck with only 3 game mode I can play right now for this video. I did have regular wall bus earlier, got smashed by the recording, and same thing with the wall bus invasion. So that's why we're going to settle with cinematic battle, wall bus ultimate, and some story mission. You can see here in my completion reward, I got unusual heroic cinematic supply chest. Sorry for my bad English, guys. You see, it's purple. Some people will see green, some people will see blue, some people will see purple, some people will see legendary, and some people will see mythical. Well, that depends on where you are with your bonus reward. If you're eligible for all of them, you'll see mythical chest. If I was eligible for one more, if I had Loki uniform to Eric, I'll be seeing still a purple chest, but not a unusual. It will be a purple chest directly. Then if I had the legendary uniform, I'll see a legendary chest, and if I had the mythical uniform, I'll see a mythical chest. And like I said, if you have, for example, if I was at just I own a tier 2 Loki, I will be getting a blue chest. If I only had Loki, I don't know exactly. I will have a advanced chest, and if I didn't have Loki, I guess I'll have a normal chest. I think that's how it works. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Also, those chests are terrible rewards so far. Like, I got 3 biometrics off a mythical chest. That was terrible. Earlier in that heroic chest, I actually got what was it? 24,000 gold, which is much better than 3 biometrics, to be honest. So let's start this battle. This cinematic battle, we're actually fighting Scourge. Also, guys, there's a question I've been asked a lot. Is Loki with this uniform a superhero? No, he's still a super violent because what he is there for helping Thor is just because, you know, he wants to own Asgard one day, so he's just helping Asgard to keep Asgard just so one day he can still try to overthrow everybody and own Asgard. So this is the only reason he's actually helping his brother Thor. Okay, so let's get things going here. We start with the shield, then the summon, then you can see the skill here. And now the trickster, not the trickster, the freeze, you can see how it works. And the turn skill actually does a lot of damage. It will throw a bolt, and if the target is close to you, it will do a big explosion that's going to do a lot of damage. And here we get our usual Eric chest. We're going to go look what we got, which is most likely going to be piece crap. And let's see. You can see 4 biometrics. It's not really much of a reward in my opinion, but we'll take it, I guess. Next, guys, we're gonna move to Wallbus Ultimate. Wallbus Ultimate is much easier with Loki now, as he is very, very, very strong. The best team up, I will say, will be to go with Loki, Valkyrie, and Wasp. Wasp for basically the leadership in to have immunity to fear and stun most of the time. Then you have Loki to do the damage with the summons, and you have Valkyrie that will give you 45% extra damage against super violent, and it applies to all allies now from Earth. So it applies to heroes and villains. So she is a great version to Phil Coulson. So let's go do this. We're going to pop Treeing or Dutch Striker as well, Bus Ultimate, and to increase damage dealt to super violent. I'll be able to see the rotation a little bit better here too, since the fight is going to be lasting much longer. I'm not really going to worry about the damage plus. I'm just going to be smashing skills and keeping my shield and my summons up basically. So let's start. This fight, you'll see, is so much easier now with this new uniform. We start with the shield, the summons, then we blow her up as fast as we can. My damage plus didn't happen yet. Also, a little trick when you actually do a Wallbus Ultimate that has a CC. A thing you can do is to keep the team up button in case you get CC, because if you get CC and you have a team up button available, well, it will remove the CC on you when you use it. You see, I got fear here, and I could have used the button and just get out the fear, but we already used it, so it wasn't available. You can see damage is a lot greater than it was before the uniform. It is a really huge difference. Also, if you use the fourth skill near the enemies, like the third skill, I mean, it will do a lot more damage. Now I got fear again, and I'm taking a beating because it's annoying. And I got killed, so we're going to actually restart this. The last run I did here, I actually didn't get killed, so that was bad. But we saw the damage increase. I just didn't expect to get fear twice. Sometimes the remove debuff leadership or passive from Wasp doesn't work like you want it to work. So trial and errors is actually gonna happen once in a while. So let's redo this. Now let's focus a little bit more on what we are doing too. Like this time, I'm actually going to keep my purple button just in case that something like that happens, so we don't get murdered. Like I said earlier, you can see a huge difference on how fast it's going. Here guys, when she has this bubble, you cannot damage her. She's immune to energy attacks, so don't even waste your breath on her. Just wait till she's out of it, then go with your skills. See, so far I'm not even getting CC this time, so it's really about RNG. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Also, a great thing you do if you actually far from the target, or if you are doing, for example, Alliance Battle Extreme, and you use your fourth skill about to get hit by a meteor, your second skill is actually going to throw you on the target. So, kind of teleport you, make you jump on it, whatever you want to call it. So it's really great. You see here, I actually got out of one of the CC by using my purple button, which was pretty good. Great. You see, 1 minute 17 seconds with 2 CC on me, and that's pretty fast. The second fastest kill I got earlier when I did do my first video recording, I actually got it done in 1 minute 8 without even getting CC odds that time. So I was a lot luckier than I was right there. So we're going to run here mission 11-1, 12-1, my bad. And we're going to see if Loki can actually clear that easily on auto-play. That's the objective, basically. Okay, so let's switch and we'll talk a bit more about Loki. What can I say more about Loki is that now Loki is a lot more fun to play. As you saw me fighting Super Giant Wall Boss Ultimate and the Executioner in the cinematic battle, Loki is not about popping summons and shield and running for his life anymore. Loki is about face tanking while you're doing all of that. Well, maybe except in Alliance Battle Extreme Universal Villain, where you have to be careful because the beast penetrate through your shield. But other than that, Loki is a lot more active when you fight with him, so it makes Loki to become a really a character that you actually enjoy playing now. I know that a lot of people used to hate Loki because you always had to run for your life, and that was really boring, and I do have to agree about that. Now Loki is just a blast to play. With that said, guys, I think we talked about everything we wanted to talk. Guys, tomorrow we're going to have another review about, I don't know about who, maybe the Executioner or another uniform, I'm not sure, but it's going to be probably as interesting as today, if you found me interesting. Well, I'm guessing that if you're still here watching, you found me interesting. So guys, well, if you enjoy my videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on my future content. Also, throw me a like if you actually liked the video too. Tell me you liked it. Also, guys, comment feedback in the comment section below the video. I want to know what you guys think about how I'm doing those new review. If there's anything else you like me to add in those review, that would be awesome. That if you guys let me know. On that, guys, I wish you all to have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video about the Thor Ragnarok update.